This is a certified hood classic.
What's up my G's, it's your boy Vora on me, and as I promised y'all in this video, we're going to be commentating over the time Doomsday faced off against the Justice League in Death of Superman and proceeded to wax them like how he did in the original comic story. So without further ado, let's get right on with the video.
Let's go!
Meanwhile, in a town, the Kryptonian menace known as Doomsday was out here making the lives of everyday citizens even worse. Like, being a civilian in the media gotta be the worst lifestyle ever. You come back from a grilling 9-hour stockroom shift, and here comes this nasty individual coming to destroy the car you just paid for a few days earlier. The circumstances are even wilder, with Doomsday posting up here like he's about to drop the wildest ground punch the world has ever seen. Now you guys know, I love putting y'all on game when it comes to DC, Marvel, or anything on the channel, so we're going to be continuing that streak by going over Doomsday. For those who don't know, the Twisted 99 overall talent. Doomsday first appeared in Superman, the Man of Steel number 17 in November 1992 and was created by legendary writer, artist Dan Jurgens. Doomsday is essentially known as the man who fodderized the Justice League in his first appearance and the evil creature that killed Superman, resulting in the most televised comic book death of all time. I know 80s and 90s fans were tweaking out badly when they found out Superman was killed by Doomsday. The cops pull up and you just gotta respect the tenacity of cops in superhero media because they know they can't beat this 8-foot, 1,000-pound monster, and yet they're still trying their best to stall the monster until the Justice League arrives. That's some fire spirit right there. Doomsday was like, alright, you guys have had your fun, and began utilizing the iron knuckle walking style from Ocarina of Time to get close to the cops. Unknown to Doomsday, many of the bullets hit the gas tank near him, resulting in it to explode and hitting him. An unexpected big brain maneuver from these cops. One of the cops was amazed at the fact that it killed him, and he couldn't be more wrong as Doomsday jumped out, and yeah, you already know, Doomsday's gonna do some foul stuff to this poor cop. Doomsday runs up to the cop and smashes his head in like a watermelon before deleting the other cop. Nearby, a woman was busy recording the monster's rampage in hopes of spreading awareness and becoming viral on TikTok. Like, she was out here giving a whole tearful speech about needing help. It had me worried for her safety, not gonna lie. Doomsday, having superhuman hearing, picks up on the woman's plea and motions towards her. I think you guys have already gathered that Doomsday values no life at all. You can blame that on the scientists who made him. The scientists kept killing Doomsday every time to ensure his evolution as a creature, which resulted in Doomsday becoming insane and hating all life. Doomsday gets ready to crush the girl when the CHAD Hawkman appears and minks Doomsday in the face with his mace. Hawkman, being the first Justice League member to arrive on the battlefield, you gotta love it. Hawkman continues his assault on Doomsday by hitting him again with his mace, resulting in the monster crashing through multiple buildings. Yeah, you already know that whole town is not going to be working for quite a while because of how their premier stores are being turned into Dragon Ball Z level damaged buildings. Batman Hal Jordan and the Flash Barry Allen also arrived to assist their homie Hawkman while getting civilians out of safety. Hawkman flies down to see if Doomsday was defeated for good, but the monster reaches out and grabs the homie's emblem. You could have grabbed any part of Hawkman's costume, but you chose to grab his logo. That's straight disrespectful. Doomsday swings Hawkman around with a cash special and holds him one more time to give him a menacing look before punching him into the air. I hated how quickly Hawkman got packed up here, y'all. My guy is a founding member of the JSA, has been around since the 40s, and is an underrated individual. He deserved better here. Anyways, Hal Jordan catches his homie with a construct, thank goodness, and flies down to take him to a safe, secluded area. Batman calls Hal and tells him they need a perimeter, but Hal is like, no Bruce, I'm a member of the famous Green Lantern Corps. I'll deal with him like any other superpowered beast. It's cool hearing Hal be this confident of himself, as most of us know he's the most powerful Green Lantern in the comics, though even with that knowledge, I still like Kal and John more. Hal flies back to the area, while Doomsday continues being a generational threat to society as he tosses a school bus in a police car. Doomsday poses like he's 2017 Strowman and gets drilled to the ground by Green Lantern. Hal picks up Doomsday and generates a restraint construct to contain him. Doomsday looked at Hal with pure hatred in his eyes, and Hal done messed up here as Doomsday broke through the construct due to his prestige levels of anger. Before Hal could even register the scene before him, Doomsday had jumped in the air and swatted him into a water tank. All that glorious water coming out. Why, Doomsday? Hal lands on the ground and talks to himself about how he didn't see that scenario coming. Yeah, Hal, you didn't, but Batman did. That's why he told you to form a perimeter. My guy put himself in this situation. Doomsday performs a silent takedown on Hal Jordan, which forces the Green Lantern to generate a barrier to protect himself from the onslaught of the monster. One thing you guys will learn in this commentary is the fact that Doomsday spams like an untalented Tekken player. It's real foul work at display here, as Doomsday kept utilizing the Sheamus double axe handle technique until he finally broke through Hal's construct, leading to an anime-like explosion to occur. The dust settled and the 2010s did Hal no service in adaptations. The dude had a trash 2011 movie, he got jumped by the all-star parademon talents, and now this. Hal fans were in the trenches here. Doomsday gets ready to pack up Hal to the afterlife. Luckily, the Flash arrives and saves his best friend. The Flash, whether it's Jay, Barry, or Wally, always comes in with the coldest saves. That's why he's easily one of the best heroes out there. Barry drops Hal near Hawkman and takes the mace of his buddy as he plans on doing some groundbreaking melee play on Doomsday. I'm talking about a God of War type melee play. Flash moves at amazing speeds to hit Doomsday in the face, sending this monster away from the impact. Now y'all, we've gotten many great Flash scenes over the years, but this is one of the more underrated ones in my opinion, as Barry was out here hitting Doomsday all over the body with Hawkman's mace. This just makes me think a Flash with martial arts skills and precision and weapons will make for a deadly opponent. As time went on, Doomsday was able to analyze Barry's movements and punched him in the face with an Ivan Drago punch technique, sending Barry into a wall. Y'all know me, I'm a huge Flash fan, and I feel like Barry could have easily done more here. Sure, he isn't the fastest Flash like Wally is, but Barry is still a broken individual himself. Barry looks up as Doomsday prepares to spam his favorite double axe handle maneuver on him. Suddenly, 3 explosives detonate on Doomsday's head, revealing his stylish James Harden mohawk. Doomsday looks back to see who would dare attack his mohawk and sees the Hall of Fame talent known as Batman on the roof of a building. Batman tells the remaining Justice League members he'll need backup as 3 of their homies have already been packed up. Barry of the 3 should be ashamed. 1 punch and he's out already. That wouldn't have happened to Wally, that's all I'm saying. Doomsday chases Batman while the Gotham hero tries his best to stall the villain until support arrives.
A few moments later.
The situation wasn't looking too good for the League as the brother Cyborg got his arm ripped off by the 99 overall Menace. Why does DC always have Cyborg get his arm or body parts ripped off? This isn't Mortal Kombat, DC. Y'all chill on my boy Victor. Then again, this might be the consequences of him being a League member, because this kind of stuff was not happening to him while he was with the Titans. Doomsday poses once again like an insane individual while the CHAD Hawkman utilizes the fear takedown technique on Doomsday. The second GOAT of the League, Martian Manhunter, pulls up the Tekken combo Doomsday into oblivion. Unfortunately, the man was caught by the arm and sent flying away by the beast. Martian Manhunter deserves better than that. He's on the same strength level as Superman and the most powerful heroes in the universe. Doomsday throws Aquaman in the air and punches the King into a wall with the same force as Trunks in his battle with future Android 18. Doomsday clowning the Justice League has always been a constant occurrence since his debut in the comics. When Doomsday first pulled up, he beat the Justice League International with ease. This lineup was one of the more popular versions of the League, but lacked powerhouses such as Wonder Woman, the Flash, Wally West, because they were undergoing major changes with these characters following the Crisis on Infinite Earths event, so they were naturally gonna lose against Doomsday. But in this scenario, with Barry Allen and Martian Manhunter around, it's wild how they're still getting fodderized. John tries recuperating from his injuries but can't as Doomsday tries following up with an attack. John goes intangible to dodge Doomsday's attacks. Nearby, Batman asks his homie John if he can tell what the creature's thinking, leading John to tell Bruce no real thoughts, it's all aggression. All about the fight, a killing machine. Once again, we need to blame that sick dude, Bertrand, for this twisted creation. The man could have taken care of Doomsday, but nah, he kept killing him over and over again, then wanted to act all surprised when he came to delete him. You can't make this up. Doomsday was like, you're no fun at all, Green Man, and turned his attention to Batman as he had a lot of fun chasing him earlier. Doomsday gets ready to pounce on Batman, leading John to face through Doomsday, and of course this was a bad decision as Doomsday caught the hero by the arm, then by the face. Y'all villains need to chill with grabbing a hero's face. Y'all do it in every piece of media. Doomsday tosses John into a gas station, resulting in the hero catching on fire while screaming out the signature cartoon scream and collapsing from his injuries. For those that don't know, Martian Manhunter's weakness is fire. For anyone who wants to clown on my boy John for having a dumb weakness, Green Lantern sucks at yellow, so there's that too. Doomsday gets ready to finish off John when a batarang is thrown at him, resulting in an explosion. Doomsday looks back like the one who doesn't have powers is the last one standing. How is that possible? It's because he's the GOAT, Batman. Batman's eyes go up and I'm thinking, why? Then I see that Doomsday chucked the whole truck at Batman. Bro thinks he's Black Adam from that mini game in Injustice 1. He better chill out. Cyborg, aka the Clutch Champion, calls out to Batman so he can go down his line. Even with that elite play by Cyborg, it didn't stop Batman from rolling down the road against Op the Joker. Doomsday looks back at the destruction of the city and thinks to himself, it's time to wreak havoc on more citizens. Truly a twisted individual. Batman sits down next to Cyborg as he tells his buddy he doesn't look too good, and Bats is right. Why did they do Victor like this, man? This is why why folks who say Cyborg should be on the League over the Titans are wrong. Was Cyborg ever looking like this with Grayson, Wally, and Starfire? No, because they made sure to never let anything like this happen to him. Diana broke free from a rock, and I was just like, girl, where have you been this entire time? Diana asks Bruce where Doomsday went to, and seeing the look in Diana's eyes, you already know she's locked in.
A few minutes later.
Doomsday walks through the city with his Intimidator badge equipped, ready to cook some more innocent civilians. Too bad for him, he's about to deal with the all-star talent known as Wonder Woman. Diana lands in front of Doomsday and challenges the Beast to a 1v1 God of War style. One thing about Diana, y'all, is the fact she's faced some of the most powerful characters within DC and overcome them. Her villains like Cersei and Ares, and her peers like Power Girl and the Green Lantern, so she is definitely suited for this throwdown. Doomsday puts on his locked-in pose too as he ran to start their battle. Doomsday and Diana trade blows, with Diana connecting two mighty blows that sends the Beast crashing down. Diana tries to jump on Doomsday, but she doesn't realize that Doomsday equipped his horse defense badge as he kicks the heroine away. Doomsday and Diana run to each other again, and y'all, this fight was going crazy, but it rose to another level as Diana was utilizing the Elden Ring shield bash over and over again on Doomsday in an attempt to incapacitate the villain. Like, look at Doomsday, he's not even feeling those shield attacks. We must now talk about one of the most disrespectful moments in this fight, as Doomsday gave Diana the X2 backhand combo, which sent her flying crashing into a building on the right. Doomsday is out here doing Diana like Gone and Pito. You hate to see it. Diana lands on the ground as the band holding her hair is broken from the impact. I know Hippolyta is going to be upset about that. Diana looks back with the eyes of a fierce jaguar, and man, they did Barry and John dirty in this fight. You're telling me they couldn't last as long as Diana here? Man, come on. Diana brings out her lasso as Doomsday pounces on Diana again to punch her into the ground with the Jet Gatling special. Doomsday pauses to see if he successfully deleted Diana, but realizing she is nowhere to be found, Diana breaks out of the ground and catches Doomsday off guard with her lasso whip. Dang, Diana took a play out of Piccolo's playbook with that attack. You gotta love it. Diana tries using her lasso to humble the elite menace known as Doomsday as she tosses him into a truck. Doomsday gets up still unfazed, though this containment suit is cooked for good. Such a cool suit too, by the way. Diana realizes that Doomsday can resist the powers of her lasso, but doesn't give up as she pulls out her sword to initiate the one sword style technique. Doomsday tosses multiple cards at Diana, forcing her to dodge them. Diana grabbed one card she sliced and hit Doomsday with it. This proved to only agitate Doomsday even more as he grabbed Diana by the face. Not her beautiful face, Doomsday. Chill. Doomsday slams Diana to the ground, causing her to bounce up like a beach ball. Diana regains her footing and flies up to try one more sword technique on Doomsday. Unfortunately, Doomsday's fist broke through Diana's sword, shocking Diana so much that she pulled out a shocked Pikachu face and was sent crashing down with a ming to the face. Doomsday messed up this generational queen badly, man. This ain't right. Doomsday hops over to Diana and initiates another Jet Gatling on Diana and stops to look at her broken sword. This dude is getting smarter through his battles with the League. This isn't good. Doomsday grabs the sword with a curious look and looks at Diana, remembering how she tried to pack him up earlier with the sword, leading the Beast to try and do the same thing to Diana. Thankfully, Superman pulls up and lights his ass up with a glorious heat vision ability. The GOAT sure did take his time, didn't he? I know she's your ex in this universe, but come on, dog. You should have been there quickly. But man, y'all, this is like possibly one of the best animated movies of the last like decade. And like I told y'all earlier in the video, Doomsday, when he first showed up in the comics, man, he was an absolute menace, bro. Like the previous video, we did one on elite haters, but Doomsday is like one of the OGs when it came to being an elite hater. Like the whole thing with his character is that he hates mankind. He hates any type of living creature because of his scientist, the scientist that made him. I think it was Bertrand that I said, and that guy kept killing him over and over again, studying on him, doing all kinds of crazy stuff on him, to the point where Doomsday became indestructible. Like no matter how many times he killed him, he always came back stronger, more deadly than ever. And it got to a point where Doomsday, he saw the person that created him, he killed him because like every time the guy killed Doomsday, he started to hate mankind, living creatures more and more. Now he's just a creature that is filled with nothing but hatred. And you can't blame Doomsday because imagine being somebody and this wild scientist, instead of taking care of you, making you into a good son, he kills you over and over again to test how far a being can go with different kinds of changes, man. It was crazy, but Doomsday, he always had that dog in him because he was literally designed to be the one to kill Superman. But yeah, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this one. We got more videos coming out on the channel. I want to thank you guys so much for 10K subscribers. It means a lot to me. Elite Haters was really fun to do. I'm definitely going to do an Elite Haters part 2 where we have guys like Lex Luthor, Sabretooth, Dr. Doom. All these Elite Haters that I did not have in the first one will be in the second one. And then also videos like Generational Chads, the Hulk video, Heat Blast. Those are also going to be coming out too. As always, guys, if y'all enjoyed the video, consider hitting the like button and subscribe to the channel. channel. I also got an Instagram as well as a Twitter. I hope y'all continue having a nice week, and I'll catch y'all for the next video. 4 Army out.